We are putting a statement through the trust index made by Governor DeSantis about children wearing masks in classrooms.
Tarek is joining us with what was said and whether it's true, not true, or if you should be careful. Tarek.
Well, the CDC's new guidance strongly recommends students wear masks in school, something Governor DeSantis has publicly said he opposes. The News for Jack's Trust Index team is getting facts from medical experts about two things the governor has said. One being the governor's statement that the risks of masking children outweighs the benefits. And the second statement that COVID is not a serious risk to healthy children. From the desk of the governor, DeSantis writes, experts have raised legitimate concerns that the risks of masking outweigh the potential benefits for children, because masking children can negatively impact their learning, speech, emotional and social development, and physical health, including infections from bacteria that's often found on masks, difficulty breathing while exercising in masks, etc. Fortunately, the data indicates that COVID is not a serious risk to healthy children, which is why schools in most countries were among the first to reopen. On the governor's first statement saying the risk of masks outweigh the potential benefits, News for Jax got input from two different doctors, epidemiologist Jonathan Cantor and Mayo Clinic Dr. Jennifer Coward. Coward says the idea that masks are harmful to children is an opinion that is outside the mainstream in pediatrics and in science. She says the American Academy of Pediatricians has studied this heavily.
They came down on the side that masks are helpful. They are not physically harmful. They are not emotionally harmful. And they're making that statement. I would add one qualifier. We may have some kids and some adults with very specific types of mental or physical disabilities that may make it difficult for them to wear a mask.
Dr. Jonathan Cantor agrees.
As with everything in science, there are many, many opinions out there, and I would say that the vast majority of opinions probably would swing in the other direction and would instead argue that the net benefit of wearing masks probably in most cases outweighs those risks.
A consensus of doctors from hospitals across the country also say there is no evidence that masks make it difficult to breathe. Based on information from the AAP and two physicians, the News for Jack's Trust Index team gives the governor's statement the risks of masks outweighs the benefits, a rating of not true. News for Jax also asked Dr. Cantor about the governor's second statement that COVID is not a serious risk to healthy children. Cantor says the statement on its face is true, but points out that each child's personal health is uniquely different.
COVID in general is not a serious risk to healthy children. The chances of a healthy child having terrible downstream effects from COVID is very, very small.
Dr. Cantor went on to say that in the big picture, the statement by itself that COVID is not a serious risk to healthy children is valid because the data reflects that healthy kids are not experiencing hospitalizations or deaths. So the News for Jack's Trust Index is rating this statement made by Governor DeSantis as true.